shorting is really, really dangerous. If you buy a stock at 20 and it can go to any number.
Right. Welcome to Second Thought. Allan Loeb, the original Chicago Bull, is here with us today. You might recognize Allan from his many writing credits, including 21, The Switch, The Dilemma, and Just Go With It. Allan is here to talk to us about Hollywood, AI, gambling, and any other vices he's interested in talking about. Allan, welcome to Second Thought.
Thank you, Suzy. It's great to be here. I'm very excited to do this with you.
How was your sojourn in Spain? I know you're just coming from the airport.
I was in Spain and France and Amsterdam, and it was great. It was lovely. I had a great time.
Business or pleasure?
Both.
Ooh.
Both. A friend of mine just moved to Spain, and I was kind of helping him settle in to Madrid, and he's loving it.
Love that.
And then I went
for tax reasons. Does he live there?
You know what? It's ironic.
I always assume people move for tax reasons.
I'm not giving names here, so I'll be honest
just
with
say
you.
it.
He's awesome, great, smart guy, friend of mine for 20 plus years, but he doesn't have a ton of money. And he's been saying how expensive New York. He lived in New York,
right?
So it's so expensive, and he's I don't know, he's a little down on the dating scene here. So he's doing what's known as geographical arbitrage.
Yeah, he's pulling a geographic.
Which is going to another country where it's literally his dollar will go about 2x, maybe almost 2.5x, and the dating's just better. They're more appreciative of him and what he has to offer there. I'm dead serious.
Which is evidently very little.
No, he's great. He's highly intelligent, more of an academic type, and so never made a ton of money. But he's just trying to do the geographical arbitrage thing.
Is this a thing? Have you heard of other people doing this?
This is absolutely a thing.
Wait, I love this.
Geographical arbitrage.
Dan's taking notes over there. Madrid, Spain will appreciate me.
A lot of dudes go to Thailand for this. And
that's,
Asia,
I think, a different thing.
They used to go to Ukraine and Eastern Europe for mail order bride. Remember,
that's for wives. I think Thailand's for sex tourism.
It's all there. But geographical arbitrage is the idea of going to another country to just get a better life.
Period.
Have your money go farther and maybe get more attention from different types of women.
Wait,
I don't know.
This is like a male Emily in Paris for
there could
marriage.
Be a movie in this,
and
no?
I think it would be a great movie.
Could there be a movie?
Did people recognize you for your cameo when you were walking around Spain? Were you mobbed?
No, I was in Euphoria.
Wait, what did I say?
You said my cameo, but I wanted to clarify.
Oh, yeah, in Euphoria, of course.
It's a huge, huge hit TV show, Euphoria.
It is the TV show.
It's a huge show, and I've been in season 2 and now in season 3. I have a small part, same role.
Recurring character.
Gabe Finkelstein is my name.
Okay.
My character's name. And in season 2, Gabe Finkelstein and his wife, they don't get along well. They were coming home from a party, and Rue, played by Zendaya, had broken into our house and was in the process of robbing us when we came home. So she hid under the bed, and I catch her under the bed.
Okay.
That was season 2. Now, season 3, Gabe has now had troubles with the wife and has ended up in a strip bar, as one does, and getting a lap dance, but the dancer passes out on him.
Sure.
And he gets angry, and he wants his money back, which I think is a fair point for the character.
It's a male Karen character.
Yes, and he wants his money back, and he's arguing, but the manager of the strip club says, no, we're not going to give you your money for the back. And he's saying, well, she's passed out. I paid for the dance. She didn't give the dance. That's not, legitimate business practices. And that fight is captured in Euphoria in a beautiful way. It's a very emotional scene. It's very emotional.
There's so much played through it.
I played it really well.
Well, I'm curious. Do you go method for something like that? Do you go to a steakhouse, eat it, and then demand a refund? Yes. How do you get into character for something like Andrew Finkelstein? Is that his name? Gabe. Sorry, excuse me.
Andrew is who he's named after, who is a huge agent at WME. That's all true. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right. Sam Levinson's agent.
And so, what was it like on set? What was it like to do this role?
It was great. Did you want me to tell you a little funny story?
Please.
Okay. I don't know. I'm very old. I'm extremely old, and I'm of a generation that I've passed. I just don't know who anyone is anymore.
Are you Gen X?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
No, you are.
1969.
That's Gen X.
Okay, I am Gen X.
That's Gen X, the best generation. Say it loud, say it proud.
And so I don't know who anyone was. I was shooting that scene where I find Rue under the bed, and it's just me, Zendaya, Sam Levinson, who created the show, directs all the episodes, and we're all talking, and we're there. There's a lot of downtime, and, she's very nice, and I'm talking to her and Sam, who is a very close friend of mine. And then this guy comes, and he's a super nice guy. And I didn't know, he was like this young, sweet guy, and he's hanging out with us. And I didn't know who he was, but I thought he was like a young actor on the show.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him, and I'm like, are you an actor? Are you on the show?
Yeah.
He's like, no, but I'm an actor.
Give me a coffee.
Yeah, and basically, no, I was giving him, I didn't know it was her boyfriend, now husband.
Oh, Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland. I didn't know. I didn't
not
recognize
the historian.
him.
This is the free press, so we have to. There's two Tom Hollands.
And I didn't know it was him, and I left after hours. I talked to him for a long time about attachment.
You talked to him about attachment
he wrote
theory?
attachment into his phone. He's going to buy the book, and so I think I'm an avoidant. I think he
Yeah, what do you think he is? He might be
He
secure.
told me he thinks he's a secure. I left after hours of talking to him, and he turned to Sam's wife, Ashley, my friend, and he said in his British accent, I won't do. He goes, I really love that guy. He's a really great guy, but was he fucking with me? And she's like,
but
why? He's like,
didn't know who I was.
Didn't know. She's like, no, he wouldn't know who you are.
He has
and
no
I work in
idea.
Hollywood. I don't know who anyone
For
is
20
anymore.
years you've worked
I know
in
my
Hollywood.
generation. I know Leo, who he is, and I know Steve Carell and Will Ferrell. I know all those ones. Anyone under 35,
You're
no
just like, you
fucking
might
idea.
make it.
Can I say
And it's
fuck?
Timothée Chalamet. Of course, yeah.
No idea. No.
Wow.
Any of them.
That's amazing. I just want to know, like, how you got to attachment theory on the
We were
set.
talking about everything. We had hours in that house for setups and.
Did you do a lot of reshoots?
Yeah, well, I did that scene a lot, and I had one line in that scene.
What was the line in that one?
Holy fuck. That's what I said
Okay,
when I see her under the bed.
You got
Yeah.
a total promotion in this season because it really, like, the camera's trained on you. The camera loves you.
To be
I'll
honest
say
with you,
it.
see, I did a very, very good job on the Holy Fuck. Like, it was people talked about it. Like, it was a big deal. And just as an actor, I'm not, but like, it was a huge, it did wonders for my career. And then Sam begged me to come back and said he'd write me a much larger role. And that's how we came up with the season 3 turn.
Do you
term
feel
we
like
use.
your turn in season 3?
Yeah.
I feel like you should be an actor, and I know other people have told you this before. Are you interested in taking on other roles? Do you have a dream role?
No.
Really?
No, I don't like acting.
Dr. Bronner biopic?
I don't want to be an actor. And
Mr. Clean biopic or whatever?
I hate being on set.
Really?
I hate it.
And is that why you've been a screenwriter this whole time? Because you don't have to go to set?
Well, sometimes I do.
Oh, really?
Often, yeah. I mean, I do have to go to
I
set.
thought they sort of like kept you in a closet
It all
when
depends
you're
on
a
the director.
screenwriter.
It all depends on the director. Certain directors want me around. Certain directors don't want me around. And if a director wants me around, then I have to be there. I just did a movie in Vancouver, and I was there for a bit, and I hate it. I hate it. It's so boring, and it's so isolating, and it's not for me.
It seems like very high school in both the good and bad ways.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean,
like sort of like cliquey and fun, and like the fighting is so fierce because the stakes are so low, and it's like hurry up and wait
they all
and stuff.
sleep with each other.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God!
They all sleep
of these
with each other. Yeah, there's a lot. It's like that immediate summer camp teen tour thing.
Yes.
And then it's like they're all together. They become really close. Like after 2 days, 3 days of knowing someone, suddenly they're your soulmate, and a lot of affairs. A lot of affairs on set.
So this isn't just the actors on top. This is affairs all the way down.
All the way down.
Okay. Well,
it's a circus. It's a traveling circus.
It is a
or like a band when they tour, the tour.
And
you know?
I'm sure it attracts a lot of like runaways, like people who kind of just want to like put their all into this like project because they want to live in a fantasy and not the real world.
I think that's right.
So, Allan Loeb, you've been a successful screenwriter for over 20 years in Hollywood. And much like news media, Hollywood always seems to be in like a constant state of melting down. It's always a mess. Everyone always says, oh, we have to pivot to video. Oh, okay, nothing's going to exist in 5 years. It always manages to sort of catch up or reinvent herself or whatever it is. But it seems like now might actually be true end times. Do you think LA could be the next Detroit?
I don't.
Really?
I don't. I'm very optimistic.
You've been around the block.
I don't think... Everybody wants to talk about AI, obviously, with Hollywood and storytelling. And the only thing I keep saying is, you don't know what you don't know. We don't know what we don't know. So you could take the most dystopian view of AI in Hollywood and in life, and the 30% unemployment and all of that, or you could take the utopian view, which some people have, is all diseases are going to be cured, and everybody's going to get paid a lot of money to like do their art and like whatever the fuck, and like it's somewhere in between. We don't know what we don't know, but I think the rumors of our demise are greatly overstated, as the term goes, or something like that. So I think it'll change. Everything's changing, and Hollywood's absolutely changing. But we've been Hollywood in terms of we've gone through a rough one the last like 6 years, so it's like since COVID, and now
the
we're getting
strike.
better.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 years or this year, 26 and part of 25, it's gone very well. Box office is back. People are going to movie theaters. So it's impossible to know. What I do think is at the edges, in terms of storytelling,
Yeah.
at the edges, certain genres, procedurals, television like Law and Orders, big action movies. A lot of that writing and storytelling probably could be done a little aided by AI without anyone really noticing. But like,
well, it's already so formulaic, and you have
correct.
to take
The
into
stuff
account
that
the
is-
cross-cultural stuff and everything like that.
the stuff that's already a little bit formulaic and like procedurals are math. We call them math writing. And
Right.
that stuff AI might be able to assist with or even do on its own in a shitty way. But like most like romantic comedy, drama, character-driven stuff, I don't see AI crushing that. There's a human element to that I don't know if AI will ever truly be able to emulate.
Right. You talked about this on Nick Bilton's podcast, which everyone should listen to. It's a great listen, not just your episodes of what you've been on too. But your take was pretty much like AI, you call yours Frank. Frank is a great
Yes.
tool for research. It should be used as an assistant, a proofreader, but like don't make it the brains behind your operation.
That is right.
Is that generally
That's
it?
right. And Frank is great. Although I've been doing some fun stuff with my AI. So I use Frank as GPT, and then Claude, I use Claude. So sometimes what I've been like back and forth, and sometimes I pit them against each other.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes I get really mad
just
at
like to
one,
watch
and
the
I
world
yell at
burn.
them. Yeah, no, I
Oh.
yell at them when they screw up or if it doesn't like something I wrote. I don't take criticism well, but like if a studio head gives me notes, I have to smile and take them. But when Frank gives me notes, he can fuck off. And I yell at him.
And then you do it.
I get it out. Yeah, sometimes he's right.
There's a lot of people, I think, in journalism who consider it like immoral. And I know you guys were talking about this on the podcast too, or cheating to use AI. Is that like, or like people won't admit to using it? Do you find
most
that
writers,
too in Hollywood?
I'm friends with a lot of writers, and very few admit to using, although more and more people are now. I don't see that point of that at all. I guess if like in the beginning of Google, if someone's like, how did you do research for this thing? And you said, well, I Googled it. What are they going to go, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's
Right.
cheating.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's just a better Google. It's a much better Google.
Much better Google. It's
But
absolutely
it's
amazing.
a tool. AI is for now. AI is a tool. Is it going to replace a lot of things and a lot of people? Probably. I mean, most likely. Everyone's freaking out in different arenas, and they have a lot of them have legitimate right to freak out. So there is going to be replacement, but there's also going to be new jobs and
Right.
new arenas completely from scratch created that might be incredibly lucrative for whoever's ahead of the game.
So you're not worried that you're going to be assigned to write like a 6-second TikTok anytime soon?
Well, no, I'm
Okay.
not, but I think the AI could write a 6-second TikTok.
Did you always want to write movies?
No, I mean, I didn't know what I wanted to do until I was like in my early 20s, and then I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, to give listeners a little bit of an understanding of your imagination, me and you worked on a story together.
Okay.
Don't you remember it? Our big essay?
Yes, of course,
It was so
I did. But
good.
it was a story. Okay, but I thought you meant story like fictional story.
No.
My life story.
Your life story,
Yeah,
yes. And you wrote about how, as a little boy, you would dream up characters that you would keep track of in a notebook, and you'd bet for them.
Yes, I would.
The story was about compulsive gambling. By
Give
consulting,
the story name so people can get it.
it's called "Hi, my name is Allan, and I'm a compulsive gambler." I think
And
that
I wrote it for the Free Press.
And you wrote it for the Free Press. Oh,
With
it's going to
Suzy
go in the
Weiss
show
is
notes.
my
I was your
editor.
editor, and I was so proud to work on this story because it was just so funny and so cinematic. You called them your degenerate Barbie dolls. These guys that you would bet for.
I created families and humans. I created characters. I was probably like 9 to 14 years old. And I kept notebooks and I'm OCD, so this is normal for me. I kept notebooks of their names, their net worth. I had a thing with numbers. Numbers
Yeah.
has always been one of my things. And then I would go to there was a this is a little bit more deeper into it than
Please.
the article. I would keep their things, and then I'd buy them stocks and follow the stocks. And so their net worth would change based on their stocks, how there's IBM. I'd check in the Tribune, how's IBM doing? And then I also bet on football games for them on Sunday. So, Joe, he made
Right.
10 grand on the games. Let's add 10 grand to it, but IBM's down, so he's even. And I would keep track of all of it. And then I went, and I grew up in Chicago in a suburb, and there was a Porsche dealership on the corner on the way to my high school. I'd stop in and I'd get brochures of the cars, and then I'd have Joe would buy this $17,000 911. So I'd take that out.
Would he get like the custom leather
seating? But if he won the
seating?
games, he would buy the thing. And then I'd go through real estate listings in the Tribune. And then like if someone's stock went up a lot and they had a lot of money, they'd buy a house. And it was literally this, and it was all in these notebooks and notebooks and notebooks. And then I got bored and I'd kill the whole family and start over with a new family.
It was like a manual Sim City.
Yeah.
Like you were real, like basic principles.
Yes.
Buying and selling for these guys.
And I did that up until I think literally 19 or 20 years old.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you call this the beginning of your career in an interest in betting or an interest in writing?
Both.
It was like your version of a diary almost.
It was, yeah. I did a lot of those things. I did other things like that too. So the notebooks, I had many notebooks.
Do you still have the pretend characters?
No.
Okay.
That's all done.
You have scripts.
But I have other things I do.
And so talk to us about how it transitioned for you from the notebook world to the world of real money.
Money or Hollywood?
Money, betting.
Oh, well, so I was obsessed. My biggest thing, and with the characters in the notebook, was betting football.
Right.
I was very young. I was obsessed with football. So literally by 5 or 6 years old, I was a huge Bear fan. I'm from Chicago, a Chicago suburb. And so I was a Bears fan. I followed the Bears. I went to the games with my dad. I watched them every Sunday. And then I got really obsessed with the NFL.
Yeah.
And every team. I remember I had this, my mom got me like bed sheets of all the teams' helmets. And I just stay up all night till 3 a.m. looking at all the hell. It became like a religion to me.
Yeah.
So the NFL has always, and it still is, by the way, still very obsessed. And so I started to, then I learned maybe at 12, very young, 12 or 11, the point spread and what that meant. And you could bet on the games. So
the
I
point spread meaning like the handicap that one team
the
had
gambling on
in
it.
order to
if a good team plays a bad team,
yeah.
like Dallas is great, let's say, and the Giants suck, Dallas might be 7.5 point favorites. So if you're going to bet on Dallas, you have to give 7.5 points, and they have to overcome. It's a handicap.
A handicap, yeah.
So I learned all this kind of gambling terms and lingo and how the numbers work, like 11, like really young.
Yeah.
And I wanted a bookie so bad. I wanted a bookie. And my friend's father was a bookie. He was a Jewish mafia guy, and he was a bookie.
Right.
And I would say to him, like, will you be my bookie? And he's like, when you're 18. And I just only wanted a bookie. And when I went off to college, like right around senior year of high school, I got bookies, like bad bookies who would rip me off. And when I won, they wouldn't pay me. And I went through a stage of like, you know how a girl like goes through her stage of dating bad dudes?
Sure.
I went through my stage of having my bad bookmakers fuck me over, you know? And that was years. And then I was hooked. And I was hooked. Betting on football, that's what started me off, and then the casinos and blackjack and all of that shit, and then other sports, college basketball, the whole thing just opened, gateway drug. And then I was a gambling addict for most of my life.
There's a very funny story that you wrote about. You discovered something called the martingale, and then you
that was an
go
early
to the
gambling
Bahamas.
system. Yeah, that was when I went to the Bahamas, and I went to the Bahamas for spring break with my college friends, and they had casinos there. And I was like completely like blown away. Like all my friends are partying, they're drinking, they're trying to get with girls. All I wanted to do was play blackjack. And there's a gambling system called the martingale.
Yeah.
My uncle told me this, and it's true. More people have gone down on the martingale than died in World War II. Martingale is the stupidest fucking gambling system on the planet. And but here's what the martingale. I'll do a little bit of the math with you.
Please.
You bet 1. If you lose, you bet 2. If you lose, you bet 4. If you lose, you bet 8. If you lose, you bet 16. If you lose, you bet 32. If you lose, you bet 64. All you have to do is win 1 of the bets to win your unit of 1. But what people don't realize is you end up at some point betting 128 to make 1, which is really ill-advised. That is not good profit loss. It's not good upside.
Certainly no.
And so but to me, the martingale was genius. It was going to make me rich, whatever. And I literally lost all my money, I don't even know, maybe in 20, 30 minutes of the trip. And I had a whole trip left. So I went on the credit cards or whatever at the time. I don't know, my cash card, whatever. I borrowed money from whatever I could do. And I blew through all the money, and then I was out of money. So I called my parents, and I told them I was mugged in the Bahamas. I was robbed, and I needed money. And then I lost that. Right. I feel bad because I shouldn't glorify this and like we're laughing about it. To have a moment of seriousness, it's a terrible, terrible disease that I'm afflicted with and have been my whole life. And I've been in GA many, many times, and the stories are horrible. And And it's fun. People love it because it's salacious, it's fun, and they're funny. There's some funny stories. But it is like alcoholism. Many men kill them. I say mostly men. Women still suffer from it, but they suffer in a different way, and I can explain that in a second. There is a gendered version of gambling addiction. Men start very, very, very young.
Yeah.
I started at maybe 9 or 10. Women start in their 50s or 60s when they're empty nesters. Men tend to bet on sports, blackjack, and casino games. Women almost all, to every single one of them. And in GA, the women were all in their 70s, and they all played video poker or slot machines.
Weird.
They would drive to the local casino and lose everything on the fucking machines. And it's very weird how they're different.
But and it's generally something that men are afflicted by.
It's alcoholism or drug addiction. It's the same thing. So I don't want to. We're going to be light about it, but
no, it's just. And there's something that you wrote in the essay that I think you said you came back to many times, which is that your therapist, when you were 19 or 20, asked you, "Did you ever why you took all of your money away from you?"
Yeah,
such a good
question. Did you ever ask why did you take all your money away from me?
Yeah,
to yourself.
And is that a question that has an answer?
Yeah. I mean, because you have a debilitating, I believe, genetic disposition. And it addiction. It's an addiction.
And speaking of the addiction, I appreciate you kind of pointing out that, like, this is actually really serious. And I think a lot more people are being affected by it.
I'll tell you the fun stories, but I just wanted to get that disclaimer out there to not be too flippant about it.
You called baseball the crystal meth of sports betting.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst.
It's like the
baseball. There's 162 games and there's a ton of teams. They're playing it all the time. The games don't matter. They don't matter to the players.
Yeah.
No one cares about a baseball game. And they're also baseball games could be right now. There's a baseball game right now. What time is it? It doesn't even matter. They have day games.
Yeah.
They have night games. They have double headers.
What you're saying is there's always action to get in on.
There's always action that no one cares about. Except for the person with the money on the game. I mean, some people might argue that baseball, the diehards, but there's 162 games a season.
Right.
So they're not that important per game. That's just supply and demand. Football, there's 17 games a season, so the football games really matter in the regular season.
But you write that betting on baseball is like selling your time to the devil.
Yeah, it was. I mean, when I did my baseball stuff, I don't even remember. I mean, there was probably 10 years of the baseball betting, which was just... It's embarrassing.
But it's like...
It's pathetic. It's really gross.
But is it the thing, like, it's not that you want to get rich quick. That's not your thing. It's not like you're lazy. You're a smart guy.
No, that's not my thing. I mean, that's a lot of, I think, compulsive gamblers' thing is to get rich quick. And if I can do this, I can buy a nice house or get my mom a house or whatever. If they have those kind of that's very common. That was not you. I'm obsessed with numbers. I have a number money issue, and it's not because I'm a materialistic guy. I'm actually not that materialistic. Yeah,
you're the opposite.
Yeah, but I'm obsessed with numbers and how they work. I like to dance with, as I put in the article, domesticate randomness, which is I'm obsessed with randomness and numbers,
risk, chance,
and the manifestation of numbers into money is just fascinating to me, especially in the stock market and sports betting. But now the stock market, my whole life, stock market, as much as football.
Well, you also get into this in the article. You are one of those people who decided to short this little company called Tesla.
Yeah, I shorted Tesla.
And there's two men, and one of whom's the richest guy in the world right now. I won't tell you his name. And then there's Allan. So how did that go when you decided to short Tesla?
It didn't go well. Yeah. It did not go well.
You described like you were betting on like games during this time, but you described the Tesla short as parabolically ripping your face off.
Those are actual words. People who play the markets use that. When you short, which is, I don't recommend short. I have a great, it's not mine. It's a guy named Steve Eisman says, I was born Jewish, but I have converted to long only, which just means I don't short anymore. It's a very funny, in finance, that's a fucking hysterical joke. Okay. And that's me too. Shorting is really, really dangerous because if you buy a stock and it goes to zero, it went to zero.
Right.
Okay. If you buy a stock at 20 and it can go to any number.
Right.
Tesla has got like split adjusted. I don't remember the specifics, but I probably shorted Tesla. I'm just totally guessing. I probably shorted Tesla at, let's say, $40 split adjusted. Right now it's at $12,809. Like, think about that. Like, that's
not that who's keeping track.
And shorting is when the stock goes up, you lose money. When the stock goes down, you win money. And by the way, they go up 70% of the time. Stock goes up.
Right.
We're at all-time highs today.
Right.
And we had a war with Iran last month, and the stock market was down. It always comes back. So people who are shorting, you got to be really nimble. And I know this now. I wrote Wall Street 2, which is the sequel to Wall Street.
With Shia LaBeouf.
So I learned a lot there. But I had lost a lot of money before that.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Shorting is really, really, really dangerous. And I shorted Tesla.
And you wrote that you lost a 3-bedroom house, not in New York, but not in Des Moines either.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So what I'm getting from you, Allan, is there's a really large spectrum of recreational risk out there. There's the lottery. There's gambling, like at a casino, poker, blackjack. There's sports betting. And now there's a whole new world of prediction markets. And then the stock market, which could be used like a casino. What is your view of these?
Well...
that's just leaving aside the DraftKings and the sports betting of it all.
The prediction markets don't interest me that much, just because the liquidity is not there yet.
And what does that mean?
That just means you can't really put that much in there.
Okay.
Let's say I have information. Let's say, Suzy, for some reason you knew something. I don't know. You said, I'm friends with Zendaya. She's going to get married in August.
Right.
And I go, really? And you go, she's my best friend. I know this.
Sure.
And then on Kalshi, they have when Zendaya getting married. I could maybe put $1,000 down on that.
Right.
I can't put $200,000 down on it, so it's boring.
Right.
That means liquidity.
Okay.
So they haven't gotten that much liquidity. Certain things they have some liquidity on.
Like the volume doesn't interest you.
Correct. The football games and the political stuff, you might be able to put $100,000 on Spencer Pratt. I'm not sure if that would be enough.
On the, I'm like jumping around from Kalshi to Polymarket, but I think the point still holds, which is that you sort of talked about the numbers, how often people, how likely they are to get addicted, become compulsive gamblers. And you wrote...
Not many do.
Not many do.
Very few do.
But I think it's important to sort of state that like off-ramps are also on-ramps. Like a lot of people who would have never vape or who would never smoke cigarettes now vape. And I think a lot of people who would never maybe, go to the horse track to bet or call a betting line to do a bet. Now that they have it in their pockets, it's so easy and accessible, they want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the argument. That is a narrative out there. I wrote about it in the essay.
Well, you write, the numbers are going to exist whether sports betting is legal or not, but the damage to the compulsive gambler is far worse when it's illegal. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, it's the difference between credit and debit gambling, which is if you are on FanDuel or DraftKings, you have to put in your account, let's say, $5,000.
Right.
And when you lose, you're lost
done.
$5,000. With a bookie, when it's illegal, the bookmakers you don't have to give them $5,000.
Right.
You can bet. They give you a number. They're like, oh, it's cool. You go up to 20, go up to 50. And then
they're obviously incentivized to have you go higher.
And they get their money. They have ways to get their money. So you have much more chance of losing more money as a compulsive gambler, money you don't have
when it's illegal.
When it's illegal with debit gambling, and so I think the FanDuels and the DraftKings actually, theoretically, assuming that they're putting bookies out of business, are healthier for the compulsive gambler.
Right.
But then the counter argument, which might be true, is it creates more casual gamblers.
Right.
Than when it's not legal. But I don't know if. Most of those casual gamblers are just enjoying it. It's an entertainment. I think it's good money spent if they can have a good time and not lose control.
Yeah. You also write, and I thought this was really interesting, you had some caveats to what you felt the regulation should be around sports betting. You wrote, no advertising, no player props, in-game wagers, or micro bets. What's a micro bet?
They go crazy on these things. So, like, it's during the game. Like, is he going to hit this free throw? Or is this player, the over-under for the third quarter is 2.5 rebounds. Like really, really minor stuff that just creates the game. It's too weird of a dose. It's like, just have money on the game. That's my personal opinion.
Right.
It just creates more degeneracy than casual entertainment.
Right.
But the marketing, the big part of the marketing, which I think is the issue, is the fact that, and I'm not going to call out DraftKings or FanDuel or specifically, I don't know which ones do less, but they do market towards young men.
Right.
They market towards 15, 17, and 19-year-olds. And that, I think there should be regulation to prevent that. If the state or federal regulation can prevent it, they should try the same way they do with alcohol and cigarettes.
And just like if you're an adult, you should be able to place a wager on a game, but not if you're a kid, basically.
I think the model is cigarettes. You don't get cigarette advertisements for 16-year-olds in Teen Vogue or some shit. I don't know what it is,
right.
But just follow that model.
I'm hoping you could describe, and then we're going to bring Dan in to talk about some of like the hot issues of the day. What would it take to you described this service called Sportsline? What was this?
Oh my God!
What
when
was
I was
it?
a kid.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm really old, and so this was way before 24/7 news. This was obviously before the internet. This was before you had access to scores.
Yeah.
And so when I was, so there was a number 976-1212. I believe it was 976-1212. And it was just a sports phone.
I'm sure you're right.
And they would
yeah.
update. They go, the guy had a very specific
Sure.
voice. I'm going to do it.
Please.
He goes, you've got sports phone. Next update is 15 past the hour. We are, look at Golden State 102 in the third quarter, Lakers 91. And it would go through all the scores. So when you had money on the games, you'd call sports phone every 15 minutes.
To get the score.
To get the score because you had money on the games. But I think it costs money to call sports phone. I think it was like 25 cents a call.
Are you serious?
I think.
It was like a long distance call?
I think it was there was a business.
Oh my God, they're
Sports
always
phone.
getting you.
Whoever watches this, if they remember, if they can fill in the blanks that I don't remember, was sports phone 25 cents a minute? And who remembers sports phone?
yeah. Okay, Allan Loeb, thank you for joining me for this section of Second Thought. I think we're going to bring in Dana Duke. Okay, great. So what everyone's talking about this week is that the MV Hondius cruise ship has begun its evacuation process in Spain's, Canary Islands on Sunday. We should have gotten you checked. The ship, which carried about 150 passengers, was forced to dock due to a hantavirus outbreak on board. A lot of people are worried that it's sort of rhyming with the COVID pandemic. Did you see any hantavirus victims while you were in Spain?
I did not.
Okay.
Madrid, no.
Listen, as if we needed any more evidence that we shouldn't have cruises.
I don't agree.
100%.
We have an amazing piece in the Free Press, and it's an ode to cruises from Gillian Letterman that I encourage everyone to read. And it's fun, and people love them. Have you ever been on one?
Listen, yes, I have been on one.
Okay.
And sure, it's a little fun. Is it worth outbreaks of this kind that are going to take the world down again so that I can go on a Carnival cruise and, pee in the pool with a pina colada in my hands? No, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And they're gross. And I think the open seas should just be for fishermen.
Okay.
Okay. And the ultra rich. You have your own
The
boat.
yachts.
Oh,
The
only
yachts.
super yachts.
Yeah, super yachts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Super yachts.
So
and
working class
seafarers.
or owners of Amazon?
That's it. Nothing.
I have a quick cruise story. Can I tell it?
Please.
It's very quick. It's very funny. I was on a cruise. I was very young, and we did. My friend Tony got us tickets to this cruise that went down to Mexico, like literally Tijuana and back. It was like a 2-night thing, and he said there's going to be a lot of girls on it. So we went on the cruise. We did meet some girls, and we were up in the cabin with these 2 girls, and they had cocaine. Now I was like in my 20s. I'd never really done cocaine, so I'm like, we were trying to get with the girls, and so they pinned me. I did and it really, really hurt. Like it hurt, like really hurt. And I said, oh
like
my
there was
God.
a hole in your septum.
I said that, and I took like 2 big ones, and I had never really done it. And I said, this cocaine is really, really harsh. And she goes, it's not cocaine, it's crystal meth.
Bro.
I was walking around the ship for 5 hours in a circle with Tony because we lost the girls now. And I was
now you're just on meth.
I was on crystal meth on a cruise ship.
And now a word from our sponsor, St. Jude's Hospital.
Wait. When you described the crystal meth of baseball, I didn't know you'd actually done crystal
Not
meth.
intentionally, but it was on a cruise.
Or the crystal meth. Oh,
Yes.
that's so... Were you scared? I would have been so
No,
scared.
I was wired. I just kept talking and walking and talking and walking till the sun came up.
You had like a theory of everything by dawn?
Last time
I
I've
think
done
this
crystal meth.
proves my point of why we shouldn't have cruises. A man like this does meth on it.
Right,
A good,
right. It
upstanding
terrifies
citizen.
everyone.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you would cancel a cruise?
No more cruises.
I've never been on a cruise.
No more cruises. That's it. We're done. It's just for seafaring people who get scurvy, and that's it.
Do you think hantavirus is the new COVID? Do you think we're primed for another pandemic?
I hope not. I don't think people are down for it.
I'm not down. Yeah, the
no one's
vibes are
down for it.
not...
I don't think so.
No one's doing it.
I don't think the branding
Especially it's
around
going to be
it.
summer.
Yeah, you're right.
The branding around isn't a good. Hantavirus doesn't flow like COVID.
Hantavirus. Remember, there was monkeypox. I got swine flu in 2009.
That's pretty dope.
That was
Yeah.
sort of
That was a
the
good
OG.
name. Yeah.
Okay, well, fine. Hantavirus, please leave us. Go home. Billie Eilish has a new tour documentary, and I'm really curious what you think of this, Allan, as our veteran Hollywood expert. The movie's directed by James Cameron. It hit theaters last week. It's called Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour live in 3D. It earned a 99% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm seeing some similarities with the Michael Jackson biopic just because it's like entire songs and it's really like you're there if you're a fan. Do you feel like this might save theater going movies like this?
I think it's great for theater going, and I think movies like this are great because people who do like that type of thing, especially super fans, get to see this kind of behind the scenes stuff. I have no problem with any of it.
It's almost
I really
like using
don't.
the theater in a different way.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I have no problem with any of it, and it's good for the business, especially because the exhibitors, the people, the movie theaters, that's a tough business. Anything that can give them revenue, I am for because I want them in business for my shit.
I agree, but it's sad. It's sad that the only way that these theaters are surviving is that they turn into sing-along karaoke rooms now, which is basically
What's wrong with
going
that? By the way, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, yeah.
That was in the 70s. Like, whatever they could do, they were doing
a
it then.
phenomenon.
Yeah.
And when they caught the phenomenon, they would show them at midnight. Think of that revenue. At midnight, they would have Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And think of the fun.
Like I said, I'm old. This is my generation.
We love Rocky Horror. Did you see Michael?
No, I didn't, but I actually hear it's quite good. What do you hear?
I saw it.
What did you think?
I thought Coleman Domingo was unbelievable in it. And I was really entertained the whole time. And people I had seen it with, or people in the theater, I was talking to people after, it was their second time seeing it that week. And I think it's a lot of fans. I think people, especially like the Michael generation, people who came up when he was coming up, are just obsessed with it.
Have you seen the clips of people watching the Michael Michael biopic in Malaysia?
No.
And like
Are they huge
Southeast Asia?
fans?
The
Japanese are huge fans of Michael Jackson.
in front of the screen on their chairs going crazy. It's so fun to watch. Like they're all dressed like him. They're all dancing in the stairwells. Like it's wild.
I love that. I mean, I love a monocultural moment. I do. Are you a Billie Eilish fan? Are you going to see this, Allan?
I don't know who she is.
Oh boy.
Oh, Allan.
I
Boy.
don't know who
And
she
now
is.
a word from our sponsor,
Oh, yeah.
Crystal Meth.
Yeah.
I told
Crystal
you I don't know
meth.
who anyone is. I
See what the
don't.
meth did to your brain.
I don't care.
I think.
You don't care. I love
No,
that.
I don't care.
I think it's an interesting project for James Cameron.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish.
I know who he is.
Yeah. Well, of course. What did Titanic?
Yeah,
Course,
but I feel like
Alien.
Alien.
Scorsese did this for the Stones, right? And like that work, like that generationally, I think makes sense. Billie Eilish is like, shouldn't he be doing like U2 or something? Like Billie Eilish?
Well, it's interesting. We have a quote from him about this. He said, "We're going to be surveillance cameras. It's not going to be a conceit where it's like I'm Martin Scorsese and I'm going to start at the beginning of the Stones tour and hit all of these amazing behind the scenes moments. That wasn't the gig," he said. His film with Eilish is not the story of the whole tour. It is the story of the day of. So he's really here to give fans like a concert going experience, not, a lift behind the curtain of what it's really like to be Billie Eilish on tour.
Okay.
Okay.
But
fine.
it is weird that he's doing this. But he's so into like weird filmmaking. Isn't he Avatar?
He's Avatar.
Oh, okay. So
he's
this is why
Avatar.
he's
He also
into
did a
it.
documentary of going down into the Titanic.
Yes.
He did this Titanic documentary.
Okay, so he's actually just really like a camera nerd, and the movies are a byproduct of that.
I think that's
He just
right.
wants to see the weirdest thing he could do with like CGI and effects and surveillance cameras.
That makes sense.
I think
if-
it's
and if
creative
Titanic comes
expression
out-
and finding range within creative expression.
Suzy, that was very smart.
Thanks. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
And you just kind of came up with it on the spot.
I did. I really
Well
did.
done.
What have you seen lately that you've liked, Allan?
Oh well, I'm going to tell you what I saw, but it was on TV.
Say it.
I really liked the JFK Jr. show.
Oh, love story.
I
Say
really
more.
liked it.
Okay.
But by the way, I was around in the 90s. I was in New York in the 90s, so it brought me back.
We know you're old. You're
Yeah,
old.
Yeah, yeah.
but
So
but
old.
going
Was she
back
a sex symbol for you, Carol Bassett?
Yeah, I don't remember her as being like necessarily a sex symbol, but I remember him being incredibly iconic
Right.
in that time. And every woman I knew, every girl I knew, he was
Yeah.
insane, especially in New York City. And it was but I thought it was. This is what I thought about it. It could have been bad. It could have been badly directed, badly written, badly acting, and no one would give a shit. But it wasn't. It was good. I thought it was good. I thought the writing was good.
Yeah.
I thought the director was good, and I thought the performances were good. And I thought I was watching it going like, it doesn't need to be this good. And I was very impressed and happy about that, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I thought it was a American version of The Crown, which is one of my favorite shows.
Interesting.
And I thought it was really well done, and it was just refreshing for me to watch that.
I love that.
And I wasn't expecting to like. Everyone's like, "Oh, you should watch it. It's really good." And I was like, "I'm gonna last one of these. Like, why do I give a shit about this? And it's gonna be so cheesy." I was really, really. Maybe it's an expectation thing too, but I was really, really gratified watching it, and I enjoyed it. It was like the best thing I've seen recently.
I didn't watch it, but I've watched a lot of the fashion from it on Instagram.
Yeah,
a lot
major.
of the. I mean, it's
a lot of 5'2" women out there thinking they look like Carolyn Bessette because they're in a slip skirt, and it is not.
and a lot of guys
happening for them.
wearing the backwards hat, thinking
Yeah, the Kangol hat.
Yeah, wearing the backwards Kangol. I gotta say, 90s fashion is coming back in. I don't know how I feel about it because those were like my high school years, and then I feel like after that you're like working so hard to run away from it, to be like, that looked awful, I need to get better fashion. And then you get older and it's like, no, you got to go back to that.
It all comes back.
I threw an amazing 55-year-old birthday party in 92. It was
Oh my God, that's amazing.
You were at my birthay 2 years ago.
Yes, I was. That was extremely fun
That
B-Day.
was fun.
We told stories.
Yes.
You should have been there.
I wasn't invited. I wasn't invited. Thanks for bringing it up, guys.
Oh my God. Okay, so you're a no on the Billie Eilish movie. You're a yes on it.
I'm for anything that fills the theaters. Yes.
But you've gone on record saying that television is really the new feeder or new movies.
Yeah, I think movies are making a good comeback right now, and there's some quality. But I think TV, for lack of a better term, I can't believe we still call it TV. It's like
Right.
it's a whole different ecosystem now. There's the 1 hour, there's the 30 minutes, there's the Netflix versus procedural on CBS, whatever. It's such a wide range to say TV, based on what was on the wall when we were 20 years ago, and now we're watching it on our phones, on our iPads, whatever. But yeah, TV, for a lack of a better term, is there's just a lot of good quality. Every time you go out to dinner with your friends, you take out your phone and you write 5 things down that you didn't even know existed, that everyone's, oh, you got to watch this. It's on Apple. It's blah, blah, blah with this person.
It's so good.
And you write them all down, and then you have this list of the good shit you're supposed to see, and no one can get through their list. And then the next time they go to dinner, they get 4 more on there. Is this just me, or is this this
absolutely.
is the thing? And so there's a lot of good quality in all different genres for all different types of people on, for lack of a better term, television.
We've talked about this a lot at the Free Press, that there's a little bit of like a toxic recommendation culture afoot. Oh my God, you haven't seen...
How is it toxic?
Because it's just too much. It's just like, I hate when you're like on a date with someone and they're like, you've never seen Dog Day Afternoon, like some like deep cut movie thing.
Right.
I didn't even know this existed. Like guys who called movies projects.
What?
Like
Sure.
the new Safdie project. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, of
your
course.
world.
That's our world. Yeah, it's a project.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
Well, it's a construction thing. It's like giving yourself a little too much credit.
Have
you know
you
what
not
I mean?
seen Dog Day Afternoon?
No, is that a real?
Jesus
Is that a real
fuck.
movie?
Oh my God, you haven't
it's
seen
that.
Dog Day
It's
Afternoon.
That is the toxic recommendation culture at play. It's like,
There's
go
a
home right now,
Yes.
watch the movie, and it's like
Sidney
for
Lumet.
2 hours. I don't even have a TV.
Sidney
I'm going to do
Lumet
it
was
on
the
my
director.
computer.
I believe it's Sidney Lumet. We have to check that. To have someone check that, but I'm pretty sure it was Sidney Lumet. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, come on.
Oh,
It was
Avery's.
just-
Are you one of those guys who's seen every movie?
I've seen a lot of movies.
Oh,
yes.
okay,
Yeah, but
that's
there's-
what- yeah.
I'm a film guy.
There's
Right.
nothing more annoying than you don't know blank or you haven't seen blank. Like, there's a lot of things that I know that you don't know also, but I'm not going
Right.
to point
Yeah,
it out.
I get it
that
in
way.
meetings a lot in Hollywood because, once again, I'm going to go back to the fact that I don't know any people's
Yes.
name under like 40 years old. And then you get the like, oh, we just attached blah, blah, blah. And then I kind of, I do pretend a lot because then I'm a dick.
Yes.
And maybe I won't get work because they're going to say he's old and he's disconnected, which I am.
Yeah.
But I have to pretend I know the names.
Right,
They
you
give
have
all
to
the
come
names.
and you have to say, "What up, homies?"
And
You
then-
have to keep them
But
thinking
it's
that
not
you're
just
with
the
it.
actors; it's these young directors and these. And I'm friends with like a lot of representation, and the agents. They have to. It's their business to know all the hot names.
Yeah, it's
so they
horrible.
use the names, and then I have to pretend I know the name.
Oh my God. Well, one time I was at a dinner in LA, and the people talk about movies in LA the way people talk about like books in New York. And someone was saying, oh, have you seen, Dog Day Afternoon or whatever? And this woman goes, no. And then someone said 2 other movies, and she goes, no, I haven't seen that. And the guy, and she goes, I really haven't seen that many movies. And he goes, she's being modest. She's seen so many movies. And it's like, oh, when the picture dances on the screen, it's like, oh, she's erudite. She's seen many movies of like the monkey with the cymbals. It's like, what are we talking about?
Oh my God, that's the best difference between New York and LA that I've ever
She's being
heard.
modest. She's seen many movies. And I know you've seen many movies.
I have seen a lot of movies. Of course, it's my stock and trade.
And what movies are you working on now?
A few. I have one coming out that we just made last year. I think it's coming out in I'm gonna think winter, maybe spring. I'm not sure yet. It's actually a great little bit of casting because we have Matthew Broderick
Hello.
and Alan Ruck. So it's Cameron and Ferris back together again.
Oh my God,
Bringing
that's
them back together, but
amazing.
it's not the characters.
Bueller?
They played completely different characters, but these
Alan
two
Ruck's
actors
amazing. He was
who were
amazing
best
in
friends
Succession.
on Broadway before Ferris Bueller's Day Off, because I think Alan got the casted as Cameron because Matthew said to John Hughes, the director, you should cast my friend Alan Ruck, who I was in a Broadway play with. So they were best friends
Is this
at
the
like
producers?
11.
They were in the producer? Oh, no. Before that, probably.
No. They were, he did all the Neil Simons. I mean,
Okay.
Broderick did all the Neil Simons. So when we casted our movie, it's about two men who are friends in their 50s. It's about male friendship in their 50s.
Wow.
And we got Alan and Matthew. And they were both great in it. And it's called The Best Is Yet to Come. And it is, I'm hoping it's probably the fall. It's Lionsgate is going to distribute it, and we made it.
And what's the sort of, you're trying to explore male friendship in your late 50s?
It's a remake of a French movie.
Oh, okay.
That I fell in love with during COVID. A producer got me it and said, "Would you want to do this?" And then during COVID, we were all locked down. Everything was kind of scary. And I put it on. I'm like, "Oh fuck, I should watch this." If we have a world or a film business left, maybe. And I watched it. And I was crying and laughing, and it's what I needed during COVID because it's a very emotional yet funny. It's one of those like James Brooks types movies. A lot of heart, a lot of pathos. The French movie, and I called the producer. I'm like, I want to do this. We have to do this. So that we did it. I mean, that was what that was. So the French movie. So it has a French premise. French are very different on how they do movies, and
Right.
they get away with a lot. We don't. So I had to, in adapting it, change some things and make some things
You had
more
to do some
believable.
dance numbers.
But in the contrivance, basically, it's two best friends and who had led very, very different lives. The Broderick character was married and got divorced, but he was a professor and he stayed in Seattle and he was a normal guy. And the Ruck character never got married and he went to Europe and he banged a lot of women and he did a lot of drugs and he lived a lot of life, but he's always broke. And he comes back to Seattle and he's crashing on Broderick's couch. And through a contrivance, a French contrivance, which works in our movie, Broderick finds out that Ruck has cancer and is dying of cancer, but Ruck doesn't know. And he has to tell his best friend and he can't do it. That's the thing, he can't do it. And it's this kind of interesting.
God, this sounds like it'll rip your heart out.
It is very, but it's not depressing.
No.
It's not depressing. It's funny. It's got a lot of humor, and both guys are great. Both guys are phenomenal actors, and so it's great. Their chemistry's great, and the movie's great, and so I'm very excited, and best is yet to come. I'm just not sure exactly when Lionsgate's going to throw it out there.
Well, Lionsgate, if you're listening, please throw it out there. I'll also say that isn't there a moment in Ferris Bueller's Day Off where Bueller is withholding from Cam that he screwed up the car or something?
Yeah, well, the car goes down to the ravine.
Right, and then Cameron is sitting there in a fugue
But
state.
they were different characters. In our movie, the Ruck character is wild and free, and the Broderick character is tight and repressed. And in Ferris Bueller's, Broderick was wild and free, and Cameron was tight and repressed. So we give them the opposite in this one.
I'm so excited about this.
I think you'll love the movie.
I'm going to love it.
I think you'll love the movie.
The only thing that I want to hit on left is just the fact that Trump released his first declassified a tranche of UFO files, and it's free for all Americans to view. My question is, number one, did you read the files?
I didn't.
And
no.
number two, did you know the most respected alien expert in the country is a man named Allan Loeb?
I did know that.
You did?
I think he's out of Harvard. I don't know. Yeah, I've heard the name.
He is the alien guy.
Yeah, I've seen him on YouTube. I've seen stuff.
Is he your doppelganger? Is he your alien doppelganger?
I don't know if he is. But
what's Avi's take? What does he say?
Avi is very open. He's a sort of consensus builder within this, as you can imagine, very disparate, odd coalition of people from the religious to the science obsessed to the skeptics to the true believers, whatever it is. And he is just very open to the idea that there's something out there.
But this release is nothing.
No, there's no smoking gun. There's no, picture of a green body, suspended in amber at Area 51.
Yeah, I'm not. I saw the videos, and I think they all feel a little doctored, grainy. Until I see the green alien, with the glowing finger, I don't believe any of this shit.
What's your intuition tell you about whether there's life?
I think there's life.
For sure.
I think there's
100%.
life on other
but
planets.
Not the grainy little video that I saw.
I think there's aliens amongst us. I think a few of the tech guys.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Don't you think? I have a theory. Like, all the inventions. You know how it was like the internet was 25 years ago? No, 30 years ago. And now it's AI. I think they have it all and have had it for like 100 years.
And they're just dripping?
They're dripping it out.
The tech?
To keep the economy. Like, do you notice the second the economy gets a little shaky, we have AI. Now we're fucking at all-time highs. I think
they, you mean aliens are dripping it.
I think so.
But what would they? Oh, because they.
I'm pretty sure.
Because
it's pretty obvious.
They need our stock market to go up because that
it's not just the stock market. It's just like they get richer.
They feed off of our capitalism.
Maybe they feed off of our greenhouse gases.
There's something.
Like they can't have us degrow. They need us kind of producing.
I just think it's all too convenient. And don't you think? And come on, Elon. I mean, come on. He's not human. Think about his life, every company he started, everything he invented. I mean, that's not a person. It's obviously not a person.
Well, Tucker believes that their UFOs are demons. Tucker Carlson has gone on the record saying the UFOs might be demons. But what if they're angels? You know what I mean?
See,
what if there's angels among us, Alan? Have you ever considered that?
I think that's a beautiful conceit.
Yeah.
I think that, and that's the launching pad of many great love stories.
Dan, did you watch the roast of Kevin Hart?
I did. I just finished watching it. I have some takes. I love Kevin Hart. I think he's a force for good. Always great to see him taking the piss out of himself. I think Shane Gillis did an awful job hosting.
Okay. Oh, he was the host.
He was the host. I think he's a really funny comedian. Like, I love Shane Gillis, but he is an awful host. Hosting is its own muscle.
It's its own beast.
It's its own beast, and you can't do it with irony. You can't do it with goofiness. Or not goofiness. You can't do it with irony. You can't do it with like this kind of ennui. He was like very shrug shouldery. And I feel like what people realized watching this roast is the reason that the roast of Tom Brady was so great wasn't because of anything about Tom Brady.
Kevin Hart roasted.
It's because Kevin
that.
Hart was hosting it, and he's the best host. Like, he knows how to keep the energy up. He knows how to entertain.
Jeff Ross, shout out Jeff Ross, also your doppelganger, also knows how to keep the energy up in a room with a roast.
Friend of the pod.
Huge friend of the pod.
Big friend of the pod.
Big friend of the pod.
Give me an example, aside from the Kevin Hart that you did, of a great host. Who's a great host, or a great host, like a classic, iconic hosting job, like the 2009 Academy Awards when Conan did it.
Conan was amazing.
I think Billy Crystal is if you want to go old school. I know you're an old man. Billy Crystal.
Yeah, big Billy Crystal fan.
But there's a likability, and that you're really thrilled to be out there. Like, I don't think Dave Letterman does as good of a job like for the Oscars.
Because he's sarcastic. He's a little dour.
You kind of have to. You can't you can't be eye-rolly. You have to really
you're the Joker. It's like dance.
You want to be
dance
there
for the king.
I think Conan does a great job.
Billy Crystal was with the Oscars was classic.
Yeah.
Do you think that was better than Ricky Gervais when he
I love
hosted
Ricky.
it? That was unbelievable.
I mean, that was fun though because he was lighting the whole place on fire.
Yeah, that was a different thing.
That was a different thing.
I love everything Ricky Gervais does.
Brilliant. He is so brilliant.
Yes, but special shout out to
Chelsea Handler.
Chelsea Handler destroyed. I mean, they came after her hard, but
if you come for the queen.
You come for the queen, you better get ready. I mean, she came on and just guns a-blazing, and she
looked amazing, I'll say, too.
Such a pro, and it's just like, I haven't, her show's been off the air for a while. It was so good to see, like, oh yeah, I forgot how, vicious she can be.
Oh, yeah. It's
great.
interesting to see, old world, new world kind of podcast comedian bros come together in something like a roast.
Also, special shout out to Cheryl Underwood, who... She's I think she was the oldest person on the dais.
Yeah.
And it was easy to see her in the sea of the young, hip podcasters from Texas who were too cool for school. And I was worried before she got up. I'm like, she's probably not going to be able to keep up. She was the only one who got a standing ovation.
Oh, I love that.
She destroyed. And it was just old school, know how to put on a show, know how to just hit your mark, hit the bits, hit the jokes, just like Machine Gun. She was like a revelation. Like I loved her so much. I hope that
I have to see this.
Oh
These
my
roasts
God.
used to be appointment viewing. I remember watching the Joan Rivers one live when it came out on Comedy Central. I thought it was so amazing.
Yeah.
And the Justin Bieber one, I think.
The Tom Brady one was phenomenal.
It was also phenomenal.
But yeah, the ladies.
That was when Fun came back.
Yeah, well, Netflix has a nice little cottage thing going here with the roast, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the ladies took I think the ladies took the cake on this one. I always think it's so dumb when people are like, women can't be funny. Go watch the roast of Kevin Hart. The women destroyed the men, I think.
Okay, I love
Great.
ending on this note.
Great. I'm happy. This was fun.
Was this fun? Did you have
Yes,
fun,
I had
Allan?
fun. I want to do it again.
All I want is for Allan to be happy. It actually is like a preoccupation of mine. Okay.
I just want to say I got recognized by Shakira's kids at a bat mitzvah.
Oh, okay.
this weekend.
Yeah. Dan couldn't naturally shoehorn that one in, so we're just gonna right at the end, no segue. Dan, okay, I'll set you up for it.
Yeah.
Dan, were
Yeah.
there any acclaimed Latin children of Latin pop stars at the bat mitzvah you were at in Miami this weekend? Pray tell.
It's funny you should ask, Suzy. Shakira's kids are obsessed with me.
What?
And by ex post facto, Shakira is obsessed with me. I saw her texting her friends saying,
They're obsessed with Second Thought?
Dios mío. No, this is Falafel Phil from Kicking It.
Okay.
Iconic character. She said, oh, ay, Dios mío, Falafel Phil está en el bat mitzvah.
Was she at the bat mitzvah?
No, she was texting her friend.
Oh,
Her friend was like,
God.
these are Shakira's kids. She wants to take a pic. They want to take a picture with you. And I was like, those are not Shakira's kids. She opens her phone. Shakira's texting back and forth. Please tell him we're huge fans and we want. And
Wait,
we love
were
him."
you like, I'm not taking a picture with those kids and those aren't Shakira's kids? And then you were like, right this way,
Yeah.
like to the step and repeat.
Yeah, I was like, your little hips don't lie, boys. And then I got kicked out of the bat mitzvah.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that in a religious setting.
It just happened quickly.
Allan, this is what you have to look forward to given your Euphoria cameos, is Shakira's children being
Yes.
huge fans
Yes.
in 10 years, maybe at their weddings.
The Shakiddos.
The Shakiddos. This has been Second Thought. I'm Suzy Weiss.
And I'm Dana, dude.
I'm Allan.
And thank
Loeb,
you so
thank
much
you
for being here,
having me.
Allan.
Yes.
We'd love to have you back.
Stick the
I'm coming back. I
Stick
wanna
the
come
landing
back.
next time, Allan.
I
Jeez.
didn't know she was coming to me.
He's
on
not an
that.
actor. He's not a screen actor.
I'm not an actor.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.